So it is the next weekend. So now it is time to take the engine and transmission out of the yellow car because we got to get it ready and prep for the manual. Here's my dad.
Here we go again.
So first things first, we got to take the grill out so we could take the hood off. So once we get the hood off, then we'll have better access to everything here. And we need to get the hood out of the way before we can get the engine hoist in here anyway. So with that said, it's time to get started because we're burning daylight and we were trying to get the motor and trans out today. So I got the top radiator hose out and all of this came pouring out of there. Look at all that dust in there. That is bad news.
That'll be the death of the good running engine. Look at that thing.
Yeah,
oh my God,
that thing's all chewed up. What's in there?
wow, look at all that stuff inside the thermostat housing. That's probably inside the block and the head too. That sucks because this engine runs good.
Oh, that's a lot actually.
Oh, what if you just unbolt the water pump jack?
You want to take this off?
Yeah, let's just take that off.
Take that off. Wet.
Probably has some water in it at some point. Wow, look at the thermostat.
Look at that.
Oh man, that just, we're really gonna have to flush this motor out. Where's your screwdriver?
That one right here.
No, that thing went poof.
Huh.
Maybe that's
Not too bad in there actually. Look at that. Let me see.
Maybe it caught it right there. Maybe it was. That doesn't look bad at all.
Okay, let me show the camera.
Oh, maybe we got lucky. You know what that might be?
Actually, inside there, it's not horrible in there.
You know what that might be? That might be when the guy drained the water out of it for the wintertime. Whatever was left over was just sitting right there at the thermostat. So thermostat was closed. Whatever water was sitting there turned into that.
So we had something kind of weird happen. My dad has had this thing probably longer than I've been alive. Okay, this thing's probably like 35 years old. My dad holds on to everything.
But it worked. It worked until I let you use it.
I've been using it for a while. So we have the two batteries over here. And
Brand new ones.
these are both brand new. Both brand new batteries. This is a 6 volt. That's a regular 12 volt. And I was going to charge a 6 volt. And I wasn't plugged into the wall. I had it connected to the battery. And it was not mixed. Positive and negative were correct. And that darn thing just started
smoking.
It just started smoking. So we got to buy a new one of those. It's kind of weird that did that.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would it do that? That thing's worked perfect all this time. All of a sudden, you just hooked it up. It's not even plugged into the wall, and smoke starts pouring out of it.
Yeah. So
You did it.
That thing's trash.
Next.
pretty close. We have a bunch of this stuff already taken out, taken apart. We still have motor mounts connected, but now we're gonna jack up the car and we're gonna take out the axles so we can keep going. And the alternator had this, I don't know what you would call that, on the back side of it.
Some kind of a bracket that you don't have to put a wrench on. And you just put the bolt in through this side. The funny thing is you have to remove the oil filter in order to get that bolt in and out.
Yeah, the bolt was so long, I had to take off the oil filter because the bolt came out and it would hit right here. So just like the other car, we have to take out the CV axles right here, go into the transmission. So we gotta take this part, take the steering off, take this nut off, and we'll try to pull that thing out. Same thing on the driver's side. My dad's over there eating chips. And let's get into it. So I haven't taken out this big giant castle nut yet. The little Craftsman didn't get it done. And then we plugged into this compressor with the impact gun. That wasn't enough. So we're gonna try again. We have a big giant compressor back there. And we're gonna give it all of the PSI. We're gonna let it build up pressure for a few minutes. Oh, not yet. Got it off. So right now, we're struggling to get this speedometer cable out of the transmission. So I think what we have decided is we're gonna leave it alone and we're gonna disconnect it from inside the car. Try to, and we're gonna pull it up with the transmission. And then also I disconnected the exhaust. There's a bracket right here that those two bolts bolted here. And then that just went up to the manifold and that came loose pretty easy. So we took the plastic cover off. We didn't break anything. Plastic cover is back here. Dirty, but it's not broken. So we have those two bolts there, and here's the shifter. And there's 4 bolts to hold that on, but we're not entirely sure how this piece comes apart for the cable. So we're still trying to figure that out. There's nothing, there's no YouTube video about this, so we can't look it up. We're just poking around, looking at books, see what we can find out. So when we get the shifter thing disassembled, I will update you guys and show you how it came apart. So we took off those 4 bolts. They were holding it on there. And then there's a cable that goes through there. And the cable goes up in here, and there's a pin. And there's this pin here. The pin goes in that hole right there, and the cable gets connected to it. And there's a cotter pin holding it. So that way you can pull it out. Then you push this out of the way, so you can pop that pin out. Then there's another bracket underneath the car. The 2 bolts right here. Underneath the car, here's the bracket. All right, so we are just about ready to pull the engine out, but as you can see, it's still open right there, the transmission. And it's gonna absolutely pour all the fluid out. We're trying not to make a mess like we said last time. So we located the drain plug under all of this gunk. This stuff said at the exact same time. Yeah. All of this, we don't even know what's leaking because we've had the car here. The transmission's full of oil. We put motor oil in it in the engine too. And nothing seems to drip. There's no drips underneath this car, but yet if this thing is covered. Think you can pull it?
Can you make it closer to me?
I'm trying to hold the camera.
Yeah, it's tight. You gotta hit it with the lug double. Taking up all the horsepower. Put that socket, the ratchet back in there. We're gonna put the extender on there.
So we have our cheater bar. Okay.
Use the ratchet now. There it is.
So this fluid is pretty dark. Fluid is pretty dark.
It might look like it's dark because it's consistent, but let me see.
It's pretty dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Fluid's pretty dirty.
Doesn't smell burnt though.
No?
No. And it's an automatic transmission, so it's going to be a different color. It's not going to be like, like a bright, shiny color.
So it's time to get the engine out. I feel like I said that weird. We were too busy listening to All Groove House, and they talk like that all the time. What's up? Oh, All Groove House.
All Groove House Radio every Sunday.
If you guys want to check that out, that's the name. But those are my dad's buddies, and we listen to them every Sunday. So we are getting ready to take the engine out. And I still feel like I'm talking like there's a microphone to my mouth right now. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
It's all right. They get the point.
Okay. So we got that mount disconnected. There's a mount back there that is disconnected. Then there's another mount on this side that is also disconnected. And that's all the mounts, right? Is there a transmission mount that we're missing?
No, it's a fucking front-wheel drive car.
All right. Here we go.
I'd be playing the music, but you know how copyrights are, and you can't play music on whatever show you're making here on the YouTube channel. But every Sunday we listen to All Groove House Radio. And they play all types of house music. It's great. Great bunch of guys, DJs from all over the place. You guys check them out at allgroovehouse.com. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitch, they're on Instagram, and they're on YouTube and Mixcloud. It's fantastic. Every Sunday, 2 o'clock.
So as you can tell, the engine is out. And this thing is pretty dirty. My dad was already telling me about all the cleaning we got to do, and this stuff is caked on there. We'll get it clean.
One thing at a time, one step at a time.
Yep. Next thing is we are going to obviously be taking off that automatic transmission, and we're going to be bolting that on to this engine,
5-speed.
to that engine.
So we got to convert it all and clean it super clean, and try to do as many gaskets as we can, and probably even use the right stuff, which is a gasket maker. Get it to stop leaking oil, find out why it's leaking oil, where. Next step is to clean them real good. Clean everything.
Yep. That might be a video in itself, taking both these engines apart. And then since this is the good engine that we're going to use, we have to try to clean out the block the best we can with all this water and rust stuff that's on there. And then we're going to pull it apart. We're going to paint the valve cover, paint the motor. You know, we're going to reseal the engine because it ran so well. I don't want to take it apart.
Polish it. Polish the valve cover.
So
Shiny. Where's all the bolts? The stuff that fell?
we have an engine stand that we can put this on, but
Not today.
not today. So this is the automatic transmission that came out of our yellow 75 cvcc Honda that you guys are following. And we're not interested in keeping this. This is going to be up for sale. And it does come with the plate, the bolts and everything. So I will leave my Instagram somewhere in the description or maybe in the video, and go ahead and send him a message if you're interested.
We're located in California.
Yeah, we're located in California.
Los Angeles.
All right, well, that's the end of this video. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Comment, like, and subscribe. We will catch you guys in the next video. And that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching.